Hi everybody, this is Rhys Barber from Audiology Associates. Thanks very much for watching that earwax removal video today. Oh, this was a lovely young lady came through to have her ears cleaned out. Now this young lady has to have her ears cleaned out roughly about every 6 months. And what you'll see why in a second. We've got the standard size ulnar tube in here. We're just chipping away this sort of hard surface layer, but look at the texture underneath. Now, somebody put in the comment section a couple of weeks ago, or a couple of videos ago, rather than a couple of weeks ago, sorry, about the consistency in food analogies. And they said this was like cookie batter, I think they said, or cookie dough consistency. You can see it's this kind of granulated but very thin and soft consistency. Now, it's not always the easiest to remove with suction, this type of consistency, and the reason for that is when you've got a very soft sort of layer, when you put the suction tube on, what it tends to do is it sucks a chunk out. So imagine it a bit like a cookie cutter. So you take a chunk out and then it just blocks the whole end of the suction and then you can't get it through. So you've got to keep flushing it through. So not always the easiest to remove. What complicates things in this case a little bit is we've got this epithelial layer that's died off underneath. You're going to see that again in a second. The reason this is so blurry at the moment is I've had to put some olive oil in here just to do two things. It helps us to suck this softer wax into the suction tube. It also helps to coat the inside of the suction tube so you get less adhesion of the wax to the inside of the suction tube, which is going to block the suction up. Because we did that, the olive oil coated all the little cilia on the outer part of the ear canal. So you can see the skin layer underneath. That's what's complicating this. We've got that soft section in the middle, but look at that epithelial layer that's come away. So it's really thick layer underneath, and you can see all those little white lifts of dead skin on the canal wall underneath as well, and a little bit of pinkness to it as well. So we're really having to pull this. We're having to fight against the skin and this soft wax in this case. So I've switched down here to the fine end. The reason I've done that, we just attached quite a long strip of that dead skin. Now, if we carried on with the standard size ulnar tube, we're going to get clarineting. We're going to get that high-pitched squeaky sound. So I've gone down to the fine end just to remove some of those longer pieces of skin, popped a bit more olive oil in, and we've gone back in now with the standard size ulnar tube. Now you can see that softer layer. The reason it complicates things is because when you're pulling on the skin, you have to move it across to detach it. Then we've got this soft layer behind it. So we're squishing everything into that soft layer. Now we've got to pull this section out. Now, this patient, just because I've seen her so many times, I know exactly the way this works. We end up with this hard crust on the outside edge, soft layer, lots of dead skin, and then this hard nugget that's much deeper in. And it's exactly the same for the other ear canal. Look at the color difference. Remember that lighter material, but look how dark that is, and that's only in 6 months. So, you know, the patient's really sort of, that last section we removed there, that very dark section of wax there, that's been there a little while. It's always much harder, but look how much better that looks now. Poor lady was really struggling with her hearing because you form a perfect plug. Soft wax, skin layers, all wrapped around one another. So you basically, it's like walking around with your fingers stuck in you. It's really difficult to hear. Guys, if you are enjoying this video, don't forget you can subscribe, you can follow, you can heart, and you can like. I did it all without hesitating today. Well done, me. But that'd be great. And if you don't mind, we'd love to get new followers and new subscribers, guys. So if you don't mind doing that, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much. Don't be afraid to leave a comment section. No. Don't be afraid to leave a comment in the comment section below. We're a friendly bunch, us waxaholics, and no question is a silly question. Pop it in there. I love getting questions, and then if there's a popular one, I will try and answer it in the next video. Well, I'm off this week. In the next video when I'm back in work. That makes sense. So this is the other ear canal, exactly the same on this side as well. So we've popped a bit of olive oil in here. We've got the standard size ulnar tube in here, and we're just lifting this dead skin away from the canal wall first of all. First of all, oh, I'm going to put my teeth in this morning. I recorded this really early in the morning before I start clinic. I've only had one cup of tea so far, guys, so you have to excuse me. So we're just pulling this skin away now with the standard size ulnar tube. I lost my train of thought then. You can see there, it got really blurry at one point, so we're just taking the endoscope out. When you use olive oil, sometimes the olive oil will coat the actual very end of the endoscope, so that's the lens of the endoscope, and then it causes that blurring effect. So sometimes we have to pull it out, just clean it off, and then go back in again. But you can see, when I talked about it being complicated, look at this. the soft skin soft wax in the middle, surrounded by that soft skin around the outside edge. So I'm pulling on this, but that skin is hanging on to the canal wall. It doesn't want to come out. Now I know we're going to have this harder plug further in as well. So we've got to get this skin out somehow. But look, we're holding the suction tube onto that skin, allowing the suction pressure to build just to try and hold onto it. That is not going anywhere. It is not budging. It does not want to move. Always difficult, these ones, especially if you have a slightly narrower ear canal as well. So I've switched position, move more towards the top. There we go. Now that outer layer of skin, see how that all peeled away then? We just moved position, got to the top, pulled that out. We're just opening that skin up now so we can get to that softer section behind. Did that work? Well, yep, sort of. If we can get a hold of the bottom section now, we can now lift and get this out. There you go. You can actually see that soft plug that's sitting further in there. We're trying to tease that through this bit of extra skin. I'm trying to keep it together if I can. I don't really want it breaking away. Oh, that's looking good. See how we had that little bit of forward momentum then? It's just moving to that more lateral portion of the ear canal now. Still the standard size ulnar tube in here. There we go. We can just see the darker plug. So that indicates to me we're getting to the end of this. We'll hold on to this piece of skin. Look at that skin running all the way down the side of that plug as well. Let's just lift this. Oh, is it going to come away? It's got a bit stuck at the entrance to the canal. There we go. Now we've got him. Out he comes. You can really see that plug, that darker material there. Now let's take a look beyond. There you go. There's the eardrum. So we can see this is what it looked like to start with. This is what it looks like afterwards. So very, very different. Now obviously a lot of the softer material in the skin got sucked into the tank, and you guys don't like tank shots, so I didn't show you that one. But this is the two harder, deeper plugs we had in this. So that's 1 centimeter, just under ½ an inch. Or I think that might be bang on ½ an inch, that one actually. So yeah, really, really nice one to watch. Really difficult one. Oh, lovely lady hearing so much better after that as well. Guys, thank you very much for watching our video today. As always, take care of yourselves, take care of your ears, and take care of one another. And I'll see you again real soon. Bye, everyone.